Burn, baby, burn. Or transform. The choice is yours. Welcome to another astrology episode. I'm Sri Radha Govinda Dasi. I'm the author of How to Mess Up Your Life with Astrology. Purify or perish. So this is the cosmic chaos and karmic cleansing. What is happening? Mars and Ketu together in Leo. That's a celestial code for burn, baby, burn, or transform. This is not just heat, it's a global karmic wildfire. Expect potential geopolitical unrest, military conflicts, impulsive leadership disasters, and inner explosions. I guess that's what we're going to talk about today because that's where we have some control over. June and July 2025. So the caution is, this is not a time to start impulsive new ventures or take bold financial risks or make relocation plans unless you're absolutely grounded. Headless Mars plus Ketu energy, regretful detours. This fire is not here to destroy us, as some astrologers may be scaring you out there. That's why I'm making another video here. Thankful for your reactions to the previous video I made. I made more research to help each of the signs to uplift yourself and take this opportunity. Real time, Anartha Nivritti, clearing of bad habits, burning illusions instead of burning good things in life. So, burn, baby, burn is going to happen. Either we can use it to purge the ego, burn illusions, transcend patterns, and do tapasya, or burn some good aspects of our life, which is going to happen anyway. Choice is ours. Let's look at what's going on. So what does this Mars and Ketu in Leo actually mean? The inner fire that burns our karma as a collective and individually as well. A transit for warriors of light. Welcome and congratulations for watching this video. Global chaos, wars, tempers, accidents unleashed. They say this combination happened during World War II. COVID-19, airborne diseases, some sort of cosmic blazes, intensity in this particular sign of Leo when these two fire signs, fire things coming together, especially if in your chart, these planets are in fire signs, then it's going to be more impactful. Overall, it's a high-risk period. Avoid impulsive travel plans or financial gambles. It's not a good time. Mars, the commander of karma, he's meeting Ketu, the liberator, and both of them are sitting in Sun's royal chamber. It's not ordinary fire. It's like karmic wildfire. It's not meant to destroy, but to be more careful. We can use this as a spiritual opportunity, sacred chance for inner purification, burning those bad habits. If you're a person committed to inner work, I think this time is amazing to fast track that cleansing process, giving up bad habits, whatever it is, burning. The theme is burning away of unconscious habits, subconscious patterns, spiritual pride, wounded ego, reactive emotions. And this isn't about surviving the heat, actually. It's about letting that heat refine you. Just like gold, it's burnt and then it becomes strong and pure, allowing that fire to burn. And we can do that more conscious we are and understand what is actually happening. So why this transit matters spiritually? Because Mars is action, willpower, courage. Ketu is detachment, intuition, liberation. Leo is the ego's throne, and it's ruled by Sun, symbol of soul, dharma, divine leadership. I have another course about your sun and understanding your sun's position, healing your sun. And if you like to watch more, you can watch that series. So coming back to this video, when all these three fiery grahas are combined, your ego either will get consumed or transformed. It's time of ego cuts, karmic closures, and soul upgrades, if you want to put it in a positive way. You may feel angry, misunderstood, frustrated, burned out, or you may feel pulled to fast, to do tapasya, to burn away sins, chant more, to take your money and give it in charity. So this can be a good time for internal yagyas. This is a time to stop blaming others and start transmuting pain. This is the time to offer your expectations and pride and anger and old karmas to Agni. Om Agniye Swaha. Letting it go. Yes, this transit can trigger explosions, road rage, health flare-ups, emotional eruptions, even global conflicts. But in our paths of spiritual path, we don't react. We reflect, we release, we realign. And this fire is not for external fights. People will use it for that, but we as spiritualists, it's time for inner battlefield. Inner battlefield can also bring dharma. In the Kurukshetra war, there had to be fire. But impulsiveness is equal to ego. Inner stillness is power. So what Arjuna and the Pandavas had was the fire of inner tapasya, whereas the Kauravas and Duryodhan, they were doing the external fire. So you may feel like screaming, quitting, running away. Don't. Sit, breathe, chant, let Ketu cut what no longer serves you, no longer serves your soul's mission. I have an affirmation, reflection, and tips based on your specific ascendant, how it's going to impact you, what you need to do in detail. But before that, this transit exposes all the signs to false pride, parading as self-confidence, spiritual bypassing masked as detachment, hidden rage disguised as righteousness, codependency hidden as dharma. All these themes can come up for all of us. So if these things surfaces, don't shame yourself. Ketu's grace is to reveal so that you can release it. Let the fire strip away everything that blocks your love for the Lord. Mars is effort. Ketu is surrender. Together, they remind us that you cannot bulldoze your way to God. Burn that part which is trying to bulldoze your way into success, bulldoze your way into spiritual accomplishment. And if you drop in the comments below, where's your natal Ketu placed? Which house is Leo in your chart? What spiritual practices are you taking shelter of? I may comment something specific about you as well. So, this is a video on spiritual fire alert, purify or perish, the divine heat of June and July 2025. Keep watching to understand more about your own signs. Every sign, because this transit is so intense and fiery, I try to keep some humor check. Just so we have a little sense of humor before we take all these things too seriously. So let's begin with Aries. Aries rising, which means Aries is in your first house. Aries is your ascendant. The theme will be ego lessons through creativity and children. Fifth house. This is your time to burn away the need for validation through performance, egocentric things, and through maybe children, validation through romantic projection. Because fifth house is also about creativity and romance. So your creative energy is sacred. So use it to glorify the divine, not the ego. So fifth house, channeling that creativity to please the Lord, please something higher. Then what happens? You may ask, why should I do that? Because then you're investing in your future. Instead, if you use it for ego satisfaction, money is finished. But instead, if you invest it, then you're going to reap rewards. It's about letting go of ego, letting go of needing applause. Then focus on that healing aspect. Parenting and creative validation wounds may come up. When you were a child yourself, certain things that you didn't process may come up in this particular time. Ketu brings up past stuff. So the mantra, affirmation for yourself is, I create from devotion, not performance. I create for the divine. If you're in the mood of let my creativity reflect divine intelligence, not personal insecurity, I express to serve, not to impress. And if your kids or your projects don't act according to your plan, blame Mars, not your child or your inner child for that matter. So if your children don't behave, blame Mars, don't blame them. So telling you more about Aries rising, because it's affecting your fifth house and your Lagna Lord is in combustion with Ketu. Your Lagna Lord is Mars. So Mars is in conjunction with Ketu. So that's like driving a Ferrari blindfolded. So breathe, slow down. You may be feeling creative outbursts. Yes, I understand you. I'm with you. But pause. Don't try to paint the whole church overnight. Meaning, even if it's a spiritual effort, don't rush, don't panic, don't put too much energy into one project as if it's the only time. Then avoiding ego trips via children or your romantic partner, meaning you have to determine if the relationship is more important or you being right is more important. And I'm telling you, relationships are more important. So don't argue. This is a time when you're going to feel that conflict is your love language. Whoa, that's Ketu in action. Mantras, sacred chanting, invest in that. If you're feeling sleepless, just go listen to some spiritual music. Create to connect, not to impress. Try to discipline your children, understanding that this is a time of chaos for them, for you, for the world. So don't lose it. Emotional digestion requires attention. Don't binge your way through anxiety. Watch out for validation addiction. The audience clapping doesn't mean that the soul is glowing. Okay, another thing that can come up because Ketu and Mars is your lord of your first house, past karmic relationships. It could be a past lover or some past karmic loop that comes up. Don't let curiosity combust your clarity. So don't just think, oh, if only I did it differently. This is not a time to do that. Take a break from speculative investments. Your inner stock market is volatile. So this is not a time to take outer risks. You're hot. Yes, you're hot, but try not to spontaneously combust. And one Bhagavatam example is like Dhruva Maharaji was on fire and he was feeling the pain of rejection. So like Dhruva, let the pain of rejection redirect you to the divine realization. Don't burn down your house. Don't cut the branch that you're sitting on. So that's for you, Aries rising. I hope you manage this energy to burn away your inner impurities. All the best. Taurus rising. Burnt comforts, emotional karma, because 4th house is being impacted here. Your emotional body is being purified. Home may feel unstable, but it's just a time, matter of few weeks only. Let it be. This is the fire that reveals what peace truly means, inner grounding. So that inner security and home related things, you can find that stability amid emotional turbulence all through spirituality. So that spiritual regrounding is about transforming the instability into sacred foundation. So your reflection is, I release control over comfort. Peace is not found in place, but in presence. When home becomes like a volcano, it can happen, 4th house. Maybe it's just an emotional lava therapy. Just let that purification happen. Don't make any serious decisions. That's the joke for you. Cosmic joke. Living room feels like a lava. It's emotional therapy. Going deep into Taurus rising, because it's your 4th house, home, emotions, all these connections which are internal, the world cannot see it. Your inner home is under renovation and the fire alarm is on. Family arguments may spike. Try to just take a breath. Don't engage in conversation because it can create trauma because the other individual is also going through the same planetary combinations in a different house and you're going through it in your home. So it can affect and clash and trigger. Ketu may detach you from old comforts, so let it go with grace. Give away your stuff, do something voluntarily. Watch for literal fires, actually, fire hazards at home, gas on, electricity on. Be wise with candles and especially with temper. And channel this frustration into rearranging furniture, DIY projects, because it's fire, you need to do something. And maybe the time to forgive your mother, connect with her inner child, not her inner critique. Also, 4th house is looking for some sort of comfort, security at home, and it's not in scented cushions and special furniture. It's not in that, okay? What is real joy? Real joy is in alignment to the divine. So making peace, not microwave popcorn during this conflict, meaning don't just try to burn what exists. See, your house may not be on fire, but your mood swings might be. So it's as serious as house being on fire. Bhagavad Gita wisdom says your mind can either be your friend or your enemy. So this is time for you to see your home is the mirror of that friendship or enmity. From Srimad Bhagavatam, Queen Kunti and her prayers, she says that real peace arises not from comfort, but surrender amidst chaos. Something to chew on, Taurus. Find that stability internally. Good luck. Gemini rising. If Gemini is your first house, whoa, I can't make this so humorous, but let's get into it. Fire in communication, courage, 3rd house. Karmic speech. You may feel challenged speaking your truth without burning bridges. It's a huge theme. Use words like a sacred flame. Warm but not destructive. Each word must be thought 10 times before being spoken, because words shape destiny now. And speech and siblings, especially related in third house, siblings or people that you consider like siblings, friends could be, really need to be mindful to heal whatever the issue is without burning bridges. Each word you speak is a thread of karma. Let it weave harmony, not harms. Proofreading your texts 10 times is a must in this transit. It can save your friendships, save relationships. Proofread before you hit send. Let's go into Gemini in detail. And because it's affecting your third house, your texts may feel like missiles to others. So be considerate, pause before sending them any message, before calling and saying whatever comes to your mind. Road rage, red flag, very important. Cut the ego, don't try to take over. When you're driving, be extremely careful. No risks, no rushing. It's okay even if you're late, don't try to rush. If you have some sibling drama, say less, love more. Send loving vibes, don't have to communicate. And one very important thing, I'm gonna do it, I suggest you to do it, take a social media detox. Don't comment on unnecessary posts, don't comment on things that doesn't concern you. Your thumbs need a timeout. You understand? Thumbs need a timeout. And build skills, not arguments. This is a key to save relationships. Your hands can heal or harm. Third house is courage also. Ketu is detachment. Be brave, not reckless. See the difference between the two. And serve locally. Don't travel too far. Small deeds soothe big egos. So write, paint, journal, align, and prayer. This transit can turn a Gemini from a chatterbox to a fire starter. So watch the sparks. That's a little bit humor, but the point is focused, mindful, calmer. Bhagavad Gita says focus on action, not on results. So let your hands move, not your ego. Okay? I'm thinking Bhagavatam, Rishabhadev's sons. Tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam. So austerity of speech. Silent service is better, not performance. So Gemini, this is a serious time. Be careful. Take care. Next is Cancer rising. Your theme is speech, family karma, everything with second house, security. So burning away ancestral entanglements, burning away generational curses. And emotional patterns of eating can also be resolved in this time. So in this period, you're asked how to purify, how to nourish and express. Okay? Cancer rising, food, family, expression. Spiritual comedy for you. Every snack, even snack choices are karmically charged right now. Yes, even your snack choices. Let's go deeper into Cancer rising. So because this is your second house, it's speech. Second house is speech. So they can either wound or worship. So don't take things when people are just throwing words at you. Try not to take it personally. And if you have problem with emotional eating, it's not self-care. You want to maybe talk with that part of you which wants to do the emotional binging. It's self-combustion to just go along with it. And second house is also ancestral, security, family things. So some family karma gets cooked here. Stir it with love, not with resentment. Silence can be golden here. I think every sign needs to do Mauna Vrata, silence vow in this transit, honestly. The more silence you practice, less inflammatory the situation can get. You may be hurt, but not the way to respond is not by hurting others. Avoid spicy conversations, avoid spicy food. Your voice is a flame. Use it in mantras, not in monologues. Resist financial risks. This is for all signs again. Speak less, practice mantra meditation, speak to uplift. You may say things that you don't mean, then mean them passionately. So be careful. And Bhagavad Gita insight for you, austerity of speech means truth, kindness, beneficial words. So use your mouth like a mantra machine. Whatever comes out can really heal you and others. And Bhagavatam, think of Bhishma Dev. Okay, Bhishma Dev in the battlefield, lying in the deathbed of arrows, and his final words were pure. He wasn't lamenting. He wasn't expressing his hurt and frustration. So let your final words uplift even the most wounded hearts. Even if it hurts you, you don't hurt others. So that's for you, Cancer. Moving on to Leo. whoa, the drama is happening in your first house. For Leo rising, everything is about rebirth of ego, self, body, and Ketu is in your first house with Mars combust. So there's a combust sense of self-perception. You're being invited into ego death and spiritual leadership at the same time. So there is like an opportunity for identity detox. Let go of egoic self-image, egocentric priorities in life. Also physical intensity. First house is the physical body. Body becomes purification vessel. Doing diets and things are very good. Burning calories, burning carbs can be a good way of using this energy. And then true leadership. Lead from essence, not ego, and there's a humor also for you here. Just not a meltdown. It's a spiritual detox. So your reflection is, my power increases when I stop pretending I need to prove it. So it's not a meltdown, it's a divine identity detox. Let's dive deeper into Leo rising. So because this ego bonfire is on progress, humility. You will be taught humility. You'll be forced humility. Either you accept it voluntarily or it will come. So one thing you need to do is breathe. You may feel like roaring or running, the extremes. Do neither. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Physical injuries or burnouts are possible, so don't rush into doing things. Mind the heat, literally. Don't judge yourself. You are under divine rebranding. Whatever happens, don't react to, oh, I did that and then mess up more. Just forgive yourself. Be in the place of remembering this transit helps. And this is kind of like a last test of leadership for you. Will you lead from soul or show? Soul or show? You're choosing it. So choose soul, my suggestion. So Mars and Ketu, it brings this identity crisis or spiritual upgrade, and then you get to choose it. And it can manifest in different areas, but especially with your identity because it's affecting in your first house. Rest, hydrate, exercise, most of all, meditate, bring the mind under control. And one other thing, Leo, is you're not your title. Remember that. You're the light behind that title. Okay? Cave, Leo. It's a full mood swing for you. Bhagavad Gita insight for you. The self changes body like clothes. Okay? Let this ego identity burn and reveal your real self. Bhagavatam and Bhagavatam inspiration. There was a king called Pururava. He was very strong, very powerful, very proud. He thought he ruled the whole world, but we see in the story of Bhagavatam that he got ruled by illusion. Actually, I have a whole video about Pururava if you like to watch. So, stir it all, start anew, stay humble. And this will help you in this transit and in the future. So that's for Leo. Moving on to Virgo. Virgo rising. If Virgo is in your first house, the themes are surrender of control, liberation, 12th house, the house of moksha. All that you suppress will surface, my dear friends, my dear Virgo. Let the fire purify your fear of letting go. This is a mystical passage into divine surrender. So to surrender is not to lose, it is to align with the infinite Supreme Lord. So it's a great time to subconscious release. It's a great time to release the subconscious patterns, subconscious release. Let go or get dragged by illusions. Another year, another lifetime. Choose wisely. Dream processing, sleep disruptions are spiritual updates, so watch out for them. Divine protection, release control, rest in grace. So if you're losing sleep, the universe might just be downloading your upgrade. So be patient. So let's go deeper into Virgo. 12th house is all about subconscious mind, sleep, liberation, all those things we're suppressing, even sexual desires, all these things. So if you're having sleepless nights, thank the Lord for certain kind of ancestral download that's happening. Maybe time to wind down a little early. Try to discipline your sleep patterns. Ketu is calling for moksha and Mars is calling for melatonin. So there's like this conflict here. Maybe take some natural supplements for melatonin for these 2 months. Say no to secret enemies. Yes to sage, sadhana, Shuddha Bhaktas, association of devotees. And deep subconscious fears may arise. But again, it's a temporary thing. Don't give in. Don't make long-term decisions based on how you feel. Hug those deep subconscious fears. Embrace them. Don't try to fight it out. Next is fire of detachment. Detachment is going to light your dreams. So the more detached you are, more successful you'll be after this. This is very important. Do not do scrollathons. No marathons on scrolling. Do yoga nidra, do yoga, whatever. Don't scroll. This is a time that you'd be wasting if you just scrolled away. This 12th house is also about escapes, running away from reality. Serve silently, lighting lamps, sitting in meditation. The reward will be very blissful freedom and a strong sense of mental strength, emotional stability, and offer all the past things that's coming, the 12th house thing, to Agni mentally, fire god, Vaha, the wife, because wives are a little bit more merciful than husbands. And then imagine the smoke when you're offering it, meditate on the smoke going away. In other words, 12th house is all mystical things. Mystically imagine burning away your karma, etc. It'll be very, very powerful to do that. And they say mystics are born during this time. Who knows? A part of you who's a mystic sage may be born. Might be you. And if you're crying in your dream, it's just your ego having a meltdown. It's okay. Bhagavad Gita insight. Krishna says in the Gita, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. So if you can just give up all these fears and all these concerns and just take shelter of the Lord, may your will be done. Tell the Lord, Hey Govinda, may your will be done. And in Bhagavatam, there's an elephant, Gajendra. He was the king of the elephants who was actually King Indradyumna. He became an elephant. So he was crying in the swamp, in the water. And he was surrendered his pride so that he could receive divine grace. And in your case, it may be about surrendering your fears, surrendering your comparison. So that's for you, Virgo. Let's move on to Libra. So, Libra rising, if Libra is your first house, community and validation. 11th house will be affected. 11th house is your Mars and Ketu there. The themes are fire in friendship, goals, spiritual community, many other things. Watch for ego wounds in community and friendships. Burn the need to be admired. Burn the need for likes and views. Be in the mood of service. A reflection for you is, community is where I serve, not where I need to shine. My belonging is not based on applause. And if your group chat goes on flames, it's probably cosmic, not personal. So social dynamics will reveal your attachment patterns. Good time to take a close look. What are my lenses? Adjust your lenses. And then finding that sacred purpose. Serve the mission, not the spotlight. Humble connections. Maybe certain people you ignored. Build sacred bonds through genuine service. Don't ignore people. Don't just go after somebody who's rich or somebody who's famous, but maybe you want to connect with those people who you haven't tried connecting. Okay, let's go a little bit into detail. Libra rising, 11th house is about friends, social media, income, desires, goals. Friends may test your boundaries. It's okay to mute. It's okay to mute, not just forgive. Social media, less scrolling, more souling. Do things that nourish your soul. Don't scroll. That can be a good mantra for you. And again, let go of the need for likes. The 11th house is all about that social validation. So be careful. Let go of that need for likes and views, and divine approval is much better. And 11th house is also income, profit. So your income may hiccup. Just be patient. Just 2 months. Flow. Don't freak out. Desire detox time. So this may be a time to think more about what you need instead of what you want. Ketu wants fewer things, okay? Ketu is not so much about quantity. Ketu is about quality, something that helps you liberate from this world. And if you're going to experience ego clashes in friend circles, simply nod and transcend, at least for 2 months. Take it up after that. Then serve your sangha or people or friends or whoever without seeking any applause, because they may be going through their own Ketu Mars. If you could do yagyas, if you can participate in some fire sacrifices, it can be very good. Donation-based causes, let that happen. One big thing you can burn in this time is envy. The universe doesn't run on algorithms, okay? That's just superficial. Don't give in to that cancer of comparison. If your likes drop, try not to organize a revolution. Bhagavad Gita insight for you, work without attachment. So you can serve the Lord and serve others and uplift yourself, because you are the soul, you're not this body. One story from Srimad Bhagavatam is Sudama, Krishna's best friend, who brought his best, which was just a morsel of flat rice, and he gained everything. So the point is not quantity, it's quality. Remember Sudama. That's for you, Libra. let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio rising, your 10th house will be affected, your 2nd house will be affected, your 1st house will be affected, 10th house will be your career house, authority, public image. 2nd house is your choices with speech, wealth, burnout or breakthrough. That's up to you. Many houses will be affected. Scorpio is also ruled by Mars, so strong influence here. And then sacred service, strength, not status, creates legacy. So what is happening here? Your theme is career purification, ego battles. You're being tested at work, okay? 10th house is all about your social identity, your public life. What Mars and Ketu will show if your ambition is divine or driven. That will be shown to you. Maybe, I think it's a good time to offer your titles into fire. Literally, but in the mood. Because true success is alignment with Dharma, again, and not really with external validations and applause. When career chaos hits, remember, even Lord Shiva took a break. This is just a humor. But let's get deeper into Scorpio rising. What does it mean? 10th house is about career, authority, public life, all these things that everybody else sees. So there's going to be some humbling there. There could be work entitlement coming up you to work on. Work, drama, alert. Don't slam the laptop. Slam your ego. Bosses may feel like spiritual tests at this point because they are. And Ketu demands career detachment. Mars still wants domination. So your job will be to balance both. Let at the Lord's timing. May the Lord's will be done, not deadlines. Don't let deadlines guide you and ruin your mental peace, especially if it's not like a must. Try to take on less in the next 2 months or even 3 months. Public image overhaul. So less of trying to perform, just manage it. Somehow manage it more. And if you're the boss, then focus more on purpose than performance. One important nice thing that could be happening to you is old karmic careers may combust. Don't resist the reroute. Some other job opportunities or some other partnership that you left halfway in the past may come up. Consider it. Could be very life-changing. But remember, your true job is spiritual alignment, not LinkedIn endorsement. Don't go after externally how you're getting things. Even if you're not getting the money for the next few months, don't freak out. Something beautiful can be happening. Mars is burning away something that's holding you back. At the same time, avoid impulsive resignations, or at least pray before you send that impulsive email. If you've been thinking about resignation for a long time, then it may be a good time, but don't do it in an impulsive way. So, a little humor here. You might quit your job or just quit replying to emails. Both will do, and both will count. Both count. And for those of you in the spiritual realm, Ketu in the 10th is a spiritual sabbatical disguised as work chaos. Bhagavad Gita insight for you. One who is expert in karma yoga can cut the knot of karma. So, even office karma. Bhagavatam parallel. Bhagavatam, I was thinking of King Bharat. When Bharat Maharaj waited for Lord Ram, he took the padukas of Lord Ram and he kept it on the throne. So for you, it's about that wait. You are in the waiting room of God. The Bhagwan ke ghar mein der hai par ander nahi. So there may be delays, there may be some frustration. There's a beautiful light lamp waiting for you. Okay, that is for Scorpio. Let's move to Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising, your themes will be guru, faith, belief system, overhaul, higher education. Okay. So that's 9th house. Outdated philosophies crumble under cosmic fire. It could also be in your higher education, like AI. You're learning how to use AI in a better way. You may burn bridges with old beliefs, gurus, dogmas, and this is a time to connect with deeper truth beyond labels. And when belief burns, truth arises. And tell yourself, I follow the light, not the social loud cries. True path. Dharma revealed through devotion, not doctrine. I think it's something very profound for you to take a look at it. Self-authority. If your guru ghosts you, trust your soul. So things may happen. Somebody you believe in them, some seniors, somebody you trust, some teachers may betray you. But it can actually be a good thing at the end. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper into Sagittarius rising. So 9th house is all about beliefs. Beliefs can mean spiritual belief system in your purpose in life, your values, higher education, gurus or teachers or mentors. So that spiritual path you swore by, basically. Ketu might question it. Ketu might want you to cut the crap. Gurus may ghost you, or you may ghost them. There may be crisis of belief or loss of faith, but it's an evolution. It's normal. You may see some scandals coming up about people that you trusted, and then you may feel like a shock. And higher learning always means inner unlearning. Means you have to unlearn some things you've learned in order to learn something higher. That's also another key element here. Travel mishaps is possible, so again, plan carefully. Avoid travel as much as possible. At the same time, some little travel mishap will lead you to spiritual breakthroughs, because 9th house is always a blessing. It's a house of luck and fortune. Let your dharma grow beyond your drama and dogma. So focus on dharma. 9th house is the house of dharma. So not so much about dogma. And again, rekindle your faith with fire sacrifices, rituals, not with Facebook, Instagram scrolls. Do something very physical with fire, with wood. Give charity to brahmanas. And then surrender the map of your life that you have, and let the Lord reveal the path for you. Don't be too fixated about what plans you want. So, little humor for you. You wanted clarity, now you're stuck with a parrot who speaks in a cave. In other words, you're born a preacher and now you're learning to pause between sermons. I liked another expression. They say, preach by all means. How's that? There was a saint, there was a great preacher who said, oh, I preach all day, and then at the end of the day, I may speak a little. This is something to think about. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya, means approaching a spiritual master with humility. And Guru Tattva is not just about a person, it's a broader concept. If one person errs, it doesn't mean the whole Guru Tattva is gone to hell. So I guess it's more about listening more, less judgments, less dogma. And a Bhagavatam parallel, I'm thinking of Narada Muni. He was a servant in his previous life, and then he became such a sage, celebrated sage. So the mood of service, the mood of humility always gives us great benefits. I hope you find this useful, Sagittarius. Next, we are moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, for you, the themes are deep karmic release, power and control issues, release control and inherited karma. I am reborn in every honest surrender. And those skeletons that you see in the picture, those are not me. Those are not you. Those are just past life interns. So there's a lot of trauma things that will be coming up for you, in either in physical ways with people coming and telling you certain things, or you just emotionally experiencing them. So let the fire cleanse your relationship to control and secrecy, like that. And your reflection can be, what I hide controls me. What I face transforms me. So 8th house is a challenging house, but you can take this opportunity to have a huge breakthrough in your life. And I purposefully use more images than words for you, because it's a time for transformation. See that bird coming out of the fire. So don't panic. Those skeletons in your closet are just past life interns. Treat them as opportunities for healing. Let's go deeper. What Capricorn rising is going to go through. 8th house, secrets, trauma, mysticism, transformation, challenges, difficulties. So certain skeletons, you understand what I'm saying right now, the skeletons may leap out of your karmic closet. Try to hug them. Hug them not in the sense that you go downward, but you hug them and release them. So emotional digestion means real tapasya. Emotionally accepting your past is also tapasya. And hidden power awakening. Don't misuse it. There will be hidden mystical powers awakened. Don't curse people. Then you waste your energy. Invest that into mystically uplifting your own powers to mind control, powers to spiritually awaken your abilities to connect to divine, that channel the energy. Ketu in the 8th in energy is like, you're not in control. You're here to serve. This is like a loud voice. And Mars says, fix it, but you must first feel it. So practice yoga, practice bhakti yoga, practice meditation. All these things will uplift the Capricorn's ability to balance the trauma and transformation. Death of illusions, birth of truth. So let things burn, maybe relationships, whatever it is, but not in an aggressive manner, more in a sattva guna manner, more in the mode of goodness. Practice forgiveness. It's shadow work to love. Love, even in difficult circumstances. They say revenge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Hatred is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So it's not paranoia, Capricorn. Those skeletons are plotting intervention. That's a little humor for you. Let's see what Bhagavad Gita incites. Bhagavad Gita, the soul can't be cut, burnt, or wet. What a perfect one for you. But Capricorn, ego is very inflammable right now. So just careful with that inflammable ego there. Remember Prahlad, he was put into fire by his own father because his own father Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him. But nothing happened to Prahlad, because when you surrender to God, nothing can touch you, nothing can burn you, nothing can wet you. So that's for you, Capricorn. I hope you found something useful. Stay grounded. Next, we go to Aquarius. Aquarius is all about relationships, ego reflections, sacred unions, because it's affecting directly your 7th house. So if it's not divine, it may dissolve. This is a theme for you. So the more your intentions were divine, that thing will hold up good. I made like a little graph here to show that there are different areas of life that will be affecting. And let me show you. First, the sacred union. The brown part is all about sacred union. You'll experience a lot of people that remain for you, that they are there for you. And then you see, wow, these are the people that really love me and accept me and cherish me for who I am. And the heat in relationships is here to help you evolve. So there's also that part. Then there's necessary endings. That's also good for you. Good riddance, good endings. The Ketu is there to like end relationships that are not functioning well. And then there's ego reflections. What is my fault? What is my part of the responsibility? How do I keep my side of the road clean? Not victim game, but more about taking responsibility. Freedom versus attachment. So some of these things may hurt, but if you actually take a look at it from the freedom perspective, you would say, actually, I needed this space in life. So attachment should be only to the supreme and the divine, not to mundane situations, especially in this kind of Ketu Mars. It may be cut off aggressively, so it can hurt, but remind yourself, love is not ownership. It is a sacred offering. And the theme is karmic completion. Whether relationships stay or leave, both will be for your good, ultimately. So relationship drama, maybe Ketu just unfollowed your couple goals. So some relationships will be like, bye-bye, and Ketu is helping you clean up. Let's go deeper. 7th house is what? Others, marriage, relationships, projections, even work relationships. And your partner or somebody you're working with may seem possessed. Breathe. It's the planets, because people, they are having their own transits, and in your life 7th house is triggered, and then people around you are acting weird. It's not only them, it's also your karma. Your 7th house is triggered. Very interesting things could be happening around you. Let go of control, especially avoid saying I told you so. It doesn't help the relationship. Ketu wants soulmates, not stress mates. So don't stress yourself trying to make a relationship work. And emotional codependency, oh yeah, plenty of that can come up. So it's a good time to emotionally detox and focus on sacred reunion, sacred union, connect with people who are saintly. Don't Netflix and don't scroll and don't waste your time. And don't start new relationships unless they are way more spiritual than you. Basically, if they chant more than you. And a very introspective thing that can help you to do in this time, reflect on where you abandon yourself. Where do you abandon yourself to find peace with others? You may find some really key secrets, the soul's liberations. So relationships can feel like warfare, spiritual warfare, but use mantras, not missiles. And love is a battlefield, and you showed up with a flamethrower. You're looking for love, but then you may burn bridges. So be careful about that. Bhagavad Gita encourages us that we should uplift ourselves first by ourselves, not to be codependent. So here's the point. No partner is your savior, and you cannot be a savior to anybody. And in Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata, Draupadi, right, she called out to the Lord because nobody in the assembly hall could help her. Not Dhritarashtra, not Dronacharya, not Bhishma, not the 5 powerful husbands. Hey Govinda, that's the one who helped her. So in your case, other people are not going to rescue you. Call out to the Lord. That's for you, Aquarius. Moving on to Pisces. Pisces, for you, it's a divine hydration time. Yes, service, health, spiritual discipline, sixth house, taking care of your physical health. And this is a powerful time to refine your seva, your self-care, and burning that martyr complex down, choosing meaningful relationships, meaningful service, and non-mindless service, not just being busy. And the sacred movement is stretching becomes prayer in motion. So choosing that, so you can have a reflection. I serve from overflow, not obligation. Discipline is devotion in action. So stretch, breathe, repeat. See. So going deeper into your Pisces influence here. Pisces or sixth house. What does sixth house represent? Health, enemies, daily work, routine. Remember, health is wealth. If you have health, you can do everything else. And especially right now, you need that physical detox and also some mental detox. Avoid picking fights with yourself. Avoid neglecting your daily routines. Avoid taking risks with food. Take care of your digestion, immunity. Serve from fullness, not fatigue. Whatever you're trying to do, do it with a mood of giving and not in the mood of resentment. And don't take on more karma through martyrdom. Don't just say, I am a victim. Try to burn that consciousness. As I'm saying this, a lizard is twitching here, confirming that it's a chance for you to burn that inner enemies. Lust, greed, anger, rage, resentment. They're worse than traffic. Not just traffic, but worse than any other external enemies. So you might fight with your boss, your gut, your to-do list. Only one deserves it. You know who that is. See, sometimes you are serving others, but you're secretly plotting the consequences. So that's something you can burn and try to conquer that part of you. Bhagavad Gita says the mind is a friend to those who have conquered the mind. So now is the opportunity for you to look with the internal enemies. And if you can have victory over them, oh, you got it. That has been my insights about the 12 signs. I hope you liked my research and my meditations and the affirmations and thoughts about this video. Fire is the biggest purifier, and fire burns everything. Fire eats up everything, and fire is a bridge to heavens, to God. And when we die, our bodies are burnt. When we are offering oblations in the fire, we say Swaha, Swaha. So that's the mantra. Swaha is the wife of Agni Dev. So that fire is a connection between human and the divine. So, my dear friends, this particular conjunction is not an ordinary conjunction. It's an opportunity. We could either burn bridges or we can actually ascend to the higher realms and transcend to higher vibrations. Sometimes you can get Sun and Ketu. Sometimes you get Mars and Ketu. But this time it's Sun, Ketu and Mars. So this is supercharged combination. Again, write in the comments below, where is your Ketu? Where is your Mars? Where is your Sun? And based on that, the influences will color itself with more details. If you have your planets, your personal planets in a fire sign, this astrological combination will be much more fiery for you. So invest that in sadhana, in tapasya, which is all tapodavyam putrakayana sitvam, is the fire of renunciation, fire of austerity, fire of tapasya. That will give the best results. And again, thank you to the lizard. We are organizing fire yagyas for those of you who likes to burn down karma in this particular time, this situation. We're having a yagya organized, and if you like to participate in that, do let me know. And we may also pray for our ancestors, thank them and connect. Ancestors and people from previous lives may also come back into our lives so we can finish off the karma. Ketu is a very powerful closure planet. Whether it'll be good or bad will depend on your personal planetary positions, but this is something potent. So don't get bewildered by the changes that's happening, conflicts that's happening externally, and participate in these yagyas whenever possible so you can shed some karma and consciously make improvements. Thank you very much. Leave a comment below if you liked it and share this video with somebody who could benefit. Thank you for your support. Hare Krishna.